Hi, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hassan bin Saqib and I'm enrolled in a bachelor's degree doing artificial intelligence from Air University Islamabad. In this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through our whole project, which was basically a research paper about license plate detection and verification using YOLO V8 and Easy OCR. For those of you who don't know about any of these terms, don't worry, I'm going to be showing you exactly what we did, how we did, why we did, and what are the points that we have concluded with this research and so. This video will consist of three parts, or you can say sections, which I have divided in such a way that in one of them I'm going to be explaining to you the whole code that we've done on Google Colab. The second one is a research paper that we have written along the way, and on the last we have a quick short presentation to highlight all those key factors. So let's start from the last one, okay? So basically explaining from the slides is very much easy, but I want you to show the visuals of all of those visuals. Like if I show you my research paper, you would better understand the grasp of it, what's happening and what's not. And if I show you my code side by side on the Google Colab, which we did, so I believe that you guys will better have a grasp of what's happening. Okay, now we'll just skip over these presentations short and then we'll move on towards the research paper and Google Colab code. Okay, so the idea is simple. I'm gonna just tell you in two quick sentences for you to grasp our whole research concept. Okay, if such a system gets implemented in a real life scenario where a traffic camera can instantly, let's suppose in 10 to 15 seconds, detect a moving vehicle, detect all of those information like such as license plate, and fetch its information from a quick databases such as NADRA or Excise and Taxation Department information, and it can show if the vehicle's license plate is valid or not, if its tokens are paid or not, if we can say the driver's license is valid or not. We have all shown the demonstration of how this kind of things works. So now let's quickly move on to all the steps and step-by-step procedure, breaking it down of how we demonstrated this kind of system in real life scenario. So let's suppose we have a traffic camera that can detect real-time footage of moving vehicles. It could automatically detect cars. We took a sample video, passed it into a YOLO V8 model. The YOLO V8 model efficiently detected all the moving objects from the video, including these cars as you can see over here. And we used another model which was detecting these green license plates from those cars. And then after this procedure, we have used optical character recognition Easy OCR, which extracts text from those license plates. So this is the AP05JEO number plate which was written in that extracted. It was matched from the custom dataset, and if the results are found, it just shows you like that as shown in over here. So for now, just brainstorm these processes. I'm going to show you the exact code of this in the next section of the video. So the first step is, as I told you, was to extract video frames from real life footages, and for this purpose we used OpenCV, which processed it frame by frame. Nextly, we did the object detection using YOLO V8, and as I've shown you, and next we have used Easy OCR, which detects the text from those detected license plates. The last step is database matching, just to verify that what happens and what are the details that we can fetch on by using such a kind of infrastructure or model. So if any of the number plate matches, it will just fetch out all those details and give it us out. The results and the conclusion, I would like to move on to this after the whole process, after explaining to you my code. To access this Google Colab file, you can just go over to the folder which I have zipped, and I've added a URL to access this Google Colab folder, so you can check it out. So let's move on to the custom dataset, which has all those following properties, including the license plate, owners, its verifications, if its license is valid or not, and if its car is stolen or not, if its tokens are paid. We did some pre-processing steps on it, including removing missing values, removing some duplicates, or standardizing the text data, just to ensure that the work that we are doing is more practical or more approachable. After doing all these pre-processing steps, we saved it to another CSV file named this. The path is attached over here, and as you can see into my Google Colab folder, here it is, the pre-processed Pakistan license dataset. After that, we used Matplotlib to visualize the work that we have done, including let's suppose if these are the cars and these are its licenses, used encoding to map license valids to 1 and invalids to 0. As you can see in the visual bar chart over here, these are ranked by country, and the green one are the valid licenses and the red one are the invalid licenses. Okay, so now let's move on to the main part of the video, which is basically, as I shown you in the first step, which is license plate detection verification purpose. I would like to divide it into the 4 steps as I shown you over here. After that comes the second part, in which we passed all those frames into this YOLO V8 detection model, which detected the cars from this, and its output was somehow given like that. We only shown every 10th frame just to improve the processing time of it. Side by side, we used another pre-trained model which was named as license plate detector.pt. Its purpose was to detect these green plates from these, as you can see it over here. So let's now understand what this code tells us. Okay, here are the paths set up for these the models which I've used. This is license plate detector.pt. As you can see it over here, the path is used as the Google Drive collab. These are the video path which I use as sample 2. These are the frames which are being detected side by side at each time the video is being processed. These are the frames, as you can see if I scroll down a bit. Frames 10, and if I show you the length, it goes all the way up to processing about roughly 700 more than that frames. Okay, it keeps processing side by side, and it keeps saving all those plates in this plates folder. If I show you in that plates folder, these are all the plates that are being saved like that. If I just open up a sample plate just to check it out, just to show you guys how efficient this whole model is working. This is the plate, and next I'll quickly move you towards the next phase, which is the extraction process by using the EasyOCR. What this does is basically it reads the plates folder and extracts all the plates information from that and saves it into another CSV file named extracted OCR plates. This is the sample output. These are the plates being generated at each frame. On, keep it on. Okay, so let's move on to the next part, which as I shown you over here. Now we'll match the database and show you how this process can be efficiently be applied into real world scenarios. We did the database matching part, and before any of that, we normalized those extracted plates. Let's suppose if a plate was being extracted as KHOSZ, we did some normalization steps, including capitalizing those license plates, or you can say removing special characters from that, so that the database matching part can be done in a more improved and appropriate way. Its output somehow look like that. As you can see, whenever a license plate is being matched from the dataset, it fetches its name, its car details, its license plate, if it's valid or not, if it's stolen or not, if its tokens are paid or not, and in this code I've only shown you all those license plates which are being matched and skip those which were not being matched or that. Now let's move on towards the research paper that me, along with my group mate, my project mate, who helped me along the way. I would like to give you his references. He's Awais Khan, named this one, and let's move on to this. This is all the content of the research that we concluded in this very paper, written over the IEEE standard format. It includes 5 to 7 main sections, going all the way from abstract and introduction to conclusions. I've added visual representations side by side. In the first heading, that is the introduction. About this I've already explained to you in the presentation and the Google project file. Then after the introduction part, I have explained the methodologies, the literature review. In this, basically the background knowledge of this, what is the current research level in this field. After that, moving on to the methodologies and findings. This is the main step where I've answered the questions of what we did and how we did. As I raised a question in the start of my presentation, it includes all the pipeline from inputting the video all the way up to extracting useful information from that. Then after that, the database matching. Then comes the main heading, which is the results and discussion part. Here I have discussed the potential challenges it could have if we implement this kind of scenario in a real world approach. I have summarized the key factors for the motivation behind this research, because for me, if I see myself as a top researcher one day, and for me research is about 3 things. Number 1, studying the current trends of the market. Number 2, finding those gaps in the market. Number 3, trying to fill out those gaps with some efficient or more improved approach, or you can say any kind of idea, because I believe that the game is all about the idea, because you can do hard work from AI resources, as the AI is overwhelming. All it matters is how you smartly use this. This is the conclusion part, where I've just summarized all of the research paper that I've written before that. In the end, I've added the references from the resources where I have taken help. These are the links. You can Ctrl+click to follow that link to see out that one. In the last, I would like to give a thanks to my instructor, Sir Tahir Sher, who helped me along the way and given me this opportunity to work on this very specific research project. If you have any questions, you can ask us to our attached email in this research paper. I would like to give you the project file as here in this one. The research paper document, it includes the PPT that I have written, the link to the collab code that I have. This is the PDF of the research paper. This is the code folder. This is the zip one, and this is all from my side.